Audio check 1 2. Audio check 1 2. Checking the audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. We're gonna do a quick little audio check here. Audio check. Hey guys, AJ Town here live with the T Storm Chasers, ready to bring you the latest update on this major storm that is going to be pushing through the Dakotas into the Minnesota area and other neck of the woods. What we are starting to see, how things are starting to form, and what is starting to shape up with this as we start to really get ramped up into this and start to see things really get going here. We are going to be watching these models fairly close over the next 24 to 36 hours as they start to come more 100% reliable on these. So we are watching these very, very closely as they do start to, again, ramp up and we start to see things come into play and we start to see how it will start shaping up. As we do start to take a look at this now, this is what we are talking about coming into the day for this winter weather risk that we are seeing here is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is what we are looking at. The 9th through the 11th with the dominant day being the 10th. So being that Thursday is when we're going to see the highest probability of this storm system. You can see on our map there up there above us, we are looking at some rain showers with that low pressure system pushing through. As that low pressure system does start to push through, that's when we're going to see the greatest threat start to come in with that severe weather risk. I am looking blurry, so give me just a second here. Let me actually jump on Facebook to see if I'm actually blurry on Facebook. Sorry. Give me just a minute here. I'm seeing on YouTube that it is a little bit of a blurriness, so we definitely want to fix that issue. All right. For some reason, YouTube is making us blurry, so I certainly do apologize that there. Those of you joining us on TikTok, thanks for joining us there. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, and our Facebook T Storm Chaser group. Now, as we start to get into the day on Thursday, that's when we're going to see the greatest threat to start to move through. That's when we're going to start seeing this monster storm that's right behind me pushing through the area. There is going to be that Thursday is what we are looking at. Now, our latest advisories that have been put out by the National Weather Services in much of the region is going to be that winter storm watch is what we are seeing for most of that area there in that orange. There is that area that right above that Bismarck area there, right below that Bismarck area. Not sure why it didn't fill in, and I certainly do apologize about that. That is not a glitch on our end. That's actually a glitch on the National Weather Service's side of things. Real quick, we do have some rain showers pushing through the region right now. We don't expect to see these rain showers become severe as we do take a look at our other radar program here as well. We can really break down and see how tall these storms are really producing. Those of you joining us on TikTok, there's a little better of a view. You can really see some of these caps are up there. You can see right through here. Let's zoom in just a little bit there. You can see some of those caps are really tall, which is a good indication that they're strong storms, but they are not severe level as of yet. As we switch back to, whoa, I don't know what just happened there, and I do apologize. Zoom back in there. Joys of doing a live cast. Never know what's going to happen. So as we switch back over to our live radar here, we can see that there is some of those showers and storms pushing through. We do see down by the Sioux City area, some of those are a little bit stronger of that neck of the woods. Now, most of you are wondering, speaking of rain showers pushing through, this is a severe weather risk that we are seeing come into the area on this Thursday. Now, you do have that map that is over there in the upper left corner. That is actually going to be about the I-35 corridor, I-90 down to the I-70 area corridor. There is what we are seeing the greatest risk of seeing this. There is a slight risk of seeing that tornado. Damaging winds and some large hail is going to be that possibility there. I did put a low risk of seeing a severe thunderstorm watch issue. The thing is with these storms, once these storms really start to get ramped up and really start to get moving, we are going to see these storms start to pick up strength quickly, produce quickly, and then die down quickly. These storms are going to be moving again at that 40 to 50 miles per hour is what we are going to see with this storms as they continue to progress their way eastward through the area. So these cells will really, really rapidly produce. They'll grow in strength quickly and then die down. So tomorrow, if you live in that area, there of yellow, again, that's the I-35 corridor, basically down from the I-90 corridor down to the I-70 corridor there. Basically what we are going to see is that risk. So definitely be weather aware coming into the area or coming into Thursday there. We're expecting these to be in the late afternoon, early evening time frame is what we are looking at for those. So now jumping back at, give me just a quick second here to get this next one set up. Now we're going to take a quick brief look at the National American model, see what we are looking at as far as when the system is projected to come through. You can see our start time right there up at the top is right up here is what we are looking at for our start time. So that start time is what we are looking at as far as when we are going to be seeing those things push through. So we'll start moving things here on the 8th of today. We're going to have that scattered chance of rain showers push through the area. We definitely are keeping an eye on our TikTok too, just to kind of make sure that we are following you guys there as well. But anyways, we are starting to see those isolated showers push through the area throughout the daytime today. We do expect to have that slight risk of seeing some rain push through. Don't worry, we're not expecting any of this to change over to snow or create any driving hazards with this. Granted, if you live in the Sioux Falls area, we all know that it doesn't take much to have some driving conditions become poor. So, just a little funny joke there. Anyways, we do start to see then about on 11/9, so Wednesday, we do start to see some of this ice accumulation starting to form there over the pier area, and much of that highway there, 83 there is what we are seeing, some of that ice accumulation there starting to form. with these showers and as they start to produce. Now, here we go, right about that 6:45 time frame on Wednesdays when we really start to see things starting to ramp up and start to produce these chances of seeing some snow showers push through Rapid City about that 1 o'clock in the morning Central Standard Time, so about midnight Mountain Standard Time. That Pierre area, again, we're going to see that mixed precipitation. Aberdeen area, Sioux Falls area, we're looking at some rain showers pushing through there. Now, as you start to wake up about that 4 o'clock time frame, between that 4 and 7 o'clock time frame, we start to see some of that snow start to finally push its way eastward and make its way through the Highway 83 there and into the Aberdeen area there. We do have that mixed precipitation. We do have some of that ice accumulation there. Good news is it's all starting to push into the northward there. Come on the 11:10, so that would be that Thursday is what we are seeing. About that 11:30, it's going to start moving into the I-29 corridor there, north of the Sioux Falls area, according to the National American model. That'll continue to progress its way eastward and finally move out of the area by 11:11. So Friday morning is when we do expect to see things finally start to calm down for the area. Now, what are we looking at for snow totals as far as the National American model? We will take a quick look here. Let this load. I lied. It didn't want to load for me. I'm going to try that again. So we're going to take a quick look here. Now, it does push it more north and eastward or westward for the Sioux Falls area. So we're not looking at as much snow accumulation for that. However, we are looking at up by Mobridge 15 inches, Rapid City about that 2.5, Pierre 3.7. Aberdeen about that 8.3, Watertown area about that 2.8, Mitchell area about that 0.1 inch. Actually, I'm off on that. About that 0.1 inch for that Mitchell area there is what we are looking at. Winter about that 0.2. Again, Pierre about 3.9, 16.1, Mobridge 8.3 for the Aberdeen, about 2.9. As we get up into some higher areas there around the North Dakota, South Dakota border, we're right about that 16-inch mark. About Fargo area, about that 12.12 or 12.12. 12.2. Bismarck about that 4.1. Then as we get into Grand Forks, about that 3.9. Dixon about that 2.4 is what we are looking at. Some of these snow totals are going to be pushing through. So definitely going to see some snow showers push through the area. We'll get that moved there. Those of you that are joining us on TikTok, we are looking at, again, most of this is pushed northward and eastward. Millbank about that 1.9. Brookings about that 0.3 inch is what we are seeing with that. Now, that's according to the National American model. So we are actually going to switch over to... Just a quick second. We're going to switch over to this map now. Kind of take a look at this and kind of see what we are looking at with the European model. I do favoritize the European model over the National American model and the GFS with storm systems. So we do start to put into play here. Again, coming in about Wednesday evening, we do start to see some of this starting to change over to rain and snow mix there. We do start to see there about that midnight to 1 o'clock time frame, the European models agreeing with the National American model in reference to seeing some of this changing over to snow, continuing to push its way eastward. But the Sioux Falls area, that FSD is going to be Sioux Falls for those that are not aware. Those FSDs is what we are looking at as far as for the Sioux Falls area. More of a rain system than anything. As we do put the map into motion, we can see that it does track in a northeasterly direction and does avoid the Sioux Falls area. So the the American model, National American model, and the European model are in agreement with that. Now we are watching another little clipper system that is going to be pushing through the day on Sunday, bringing us just a slight dusting, not much of accumulation for the area. That'll quickly move off to the east and north, east and south there. we are watching another large storm system that is pushing out of Colorado there and into the Nebraska area. This is going to stay, as of right now, where you can see right down here, we're 204 hours out, so definitely some time to change. It is staying to the south of the South Dakota region, but this is punching it has quite a punch in it for that snow system there with it. Let's take a quick look at your snow totals as we get into this. So we take a quick look here. We'll watch that system as it starts to form there. Now, the European model does push the snow totals further up north and eastward, where the National American model kept it more to the South and South Dakota area there. Sioux Falls area, again, is going to receive about a dusting, is what we are looking at according to the American model, or our European model. Again, we do watch that snow system that's going to push through the Colorado and through the Nebraska area. Next week, about that 204 hours out is what we are seeing with that. As we do take a look here at your precipitation outlook, we are going to be right below that normal for the area this time of year. Same thing with temps, is we're going to be below our temperature outlook as well. Those do update just a little bit later, so we are using a little bit of an older model there with that. So we're going to say for the Sioux Falls area, it's going to be mostly a rain system. We do, again, have that risk of seeing some severe weather push through the area, mostly for that area in yellow. As we do take a look at that, I can actually blow that up just a little better here. Let me blow that up just a little better so we can see where exactly I'm talking about. As we do take a look there, again, along that I-35 90 corridor down to 70 corridor along the I-35 corridor is what we are mostly looking at, seeing the severe weather risk. Now, that has definitely shifted from the other day. I will show you yesterday's. So this was yesterday, so we could see definitely how it has shifted. And that's going to be based upon where that low pressure system has set up. So we are definitely continuing to monitor the system, as we do expect to see some severe weather again along the I-35 corridor, 90 down into the along I-35 between 90 and 70 is what we are seeing that risk. There is going to be that slight risk of seeing some tornadoes. Damaging winds is going to be the other one, and large hail is going to be the other one. I put a low risk of seeing a severe thunderstorm watch issued. I'm not too in favor of seeing that happen, so we are definitely keeping an eye on that. But again, we want to make everybody weather aware, what's going on, what we are seeing. For the Sioux Falls area and I-29 corridor south of the Brookings area, we're going to be mostly looking at rain. To the north of that is going to be more of a snow system, and to the west is going to be more of a snow system as well. So we did want to continue to bring you guys the latest news, weather, and information as we are starting to watch things really start to ramp up and get prepared for the next 3 days, with being the 10th being our greatest threat of seeing this system push through. We will see it start on Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, and into the overnight hours, and then really start ramping up come through the day on Thursday. So I want to appreciate everybody from joining us. We, again, are live on TikTok. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitter. We are live on Facebook. So, again, I appreciate everybody for joining us. We'll continue to monitor this weather situation as we start to see things start to get ramped up. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe.